Thursday, September 2nd. Welcome into the Early Edge, your daily sports betting show of record. We are powered by the almighty SportsLine, and yes, I am jacked up today. We have been building our team, building our program for the last 8 months to get ready for today. You have to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Turn on those notifications. Why? I'm going to tell you why. We've got 8 NFL future episodes ready to go tomorrow. Also, college football preview done by AB and the guys yesterday in the feed right now. Golf-only episode, Tour Championship, starting in 2 hours, in your feed right now. MMA-only episode, going to do it later this morning, in your feed today at 3:30 Eastern. So turn on the notifications. But I got to tell you, am I fired up? Let's bring in the team. Let's bring in the stars of the show. Look at this. This is why we have built this team. Right below me, he's a rock star. We call him M-squared. Mr. Mike McClure, welcome to college football, sir.
Thank you, Coach. College football has been going on for a week or so already for me, but this is the official start for everyone here. I have a game that I absolutely love today, and it just feels like fall today. It feels like football weather here. It's a little cooler across the country. Can't wait for it. Let's go.
I love it. I love it. And the man that Mikey brought to the table that has become such an important part of what we do, Jay Smooth, Justin Perry. Hello, sir.
Morning, Coach. Yeah, love being here. It's kind of the start of the weekend on a Thursday when I get to be on the show. Excited to give out a couple MLB plays, and then, we're going to get cooking in football next week. So let's do it.
Let's do it. And the man on the ones and the twos today, he can produce. He's an incredible talent. We call him AB, Alan Bell. Hello, sir.
Coach, good to be with you. Good to be with you guys. Hey, you all did a fantastic job last night on the CBS Draftathon. It was a ton of fun to watch you all.
It was really nice that they had Jim Nantz and Tony Romo kind of warm things up for us later on in the night. It's kind of how it works when they have the little stars at the beginning and then the bigger stars at the end, including, a lady killer. Look at the man, Matty Severance, locked and loaded. Good morning, sir.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that as well. Not really sure why I wasn't on it. I guess you didn't want the funny, but just our league actually drafted in conjunction with it, and I got J.K. Dobbins, Cam Akers, and Travis Etienne. So Super Bowl, obviously.
What could go wrong?
Yeah, what could go wrong?
What hasn't gone wrong? And this man is our anchor. He's our leader. He's our rock. He's the man. We call him the maestro, Mr. Larry Hartstein. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, everyone. I just want to do a quick tip of the cap to our YouTube commenters because I get a lot of interesting nuggets out of those people, men and women, in the chat with some very sharp info that I'm taking into account. I love watching the comments.
All right, well, let's get it going. Storylines that could affect the betting lines today, and you know where we're going to start. Matty Severance, what do you got, pal?
Yeah, just, I put this out on Twitter, but I have about 11 followers, so you may not have seen it. Just with the week starting, I'm not saying that he's going to win the Heisman Trophy, but I feel the best value on the board is Iowa State quarterback Brock Purdy at plus 4,000. I believe the Cyclones will be 11-0 when they visit Oklahoma on November 20th. Of course, Spencer Rattler's the Heisman favorite, the Sooners quarterback. So if ISU wins that, I think Purdy's headed to New York, will go to New York and has a good chance of winning it. No Iowa State players ever won it. Running back Troy Davis was a distant second to Danny Werfel in 1996.
Danny Werfel making an appearance today on the show. Now, speaking of college football, AP, last night, yesterday, you guys locked and loaded for us. What do you got?
Yep. So we went for about an hour yesterday, me, Chip Patterson, Emery Hunt, and we broke down legitimately every big game that you have for week one. So I would encourage everyone, go in your feed, check that out. You'll see it on there. We'll link to it in this video as well. It's fantastic. Took a lot of questions from the chat too. It was just a great show.
All right, we're going to be doing it every single week, too, on Wednesdays. We're adding a ton of afternoon shows, so you got to pay attention to our social media. We'll be giving out the schedule very, very soon. All right, let's get into our board for the day. Now, for SportsLine, we don't go away from what's been working. We're going to go back to the pitch. Martin Green, we got 3 plays today. The United States playing El Salvador tonight. It's an incredible game for them. CONCACAF World Cup qualifying, so minus 200. I'll still take it because they're pumped. They're loaded. They're ready to go. A lot of good young players will take the United States. Then, Hungary against England. This is a FIFA World Cup European qualifier. England to win and 2 or more goals in the match, minus 125. Then, Estonia against Belgium. Belgium to win and 4 or more goals in this match, minus 125. By the way, if you're not a part of our community at SportsLine yet, today is the day. Use the promo code EDGE. We're going to give you 30 days for free. You can see all the cappers, all the analysis, all the games. We simulate every single game 10,000 times. So use that promo code. Come be a part of the party. Come be a part of the family. All right. Now, when this man is on the show, he always goes first. Because as I told you, he's a rock star. He is a rock star. So M Squared, for the first time in college football season, you know the drill, son. Give it to me.
All right, Coach, let's start with the exciting App State team here. I love this team, -10. It's only -105 right now, which indicates it might flip back to 9.5 at some point, but I'm comfortable with it at 10. This team returns 10 starters on the defensive side, 18 overall, but the defense is what I want to focus on for them here. As they're returning those 10 starters, they were a top 20 defense last season. And then when we head over to the offensive side, they have quarterback Chase Bryce. That name might sound familiar. Same Chase Bryce that played at Clemson, backed up Trevor Lawrence, played at Duke. Now he's playing for App State. They're also welcoming back Corey Sutton. Sutton was a great player, suffered an injury in 2019, sat out the entire last season with the COVID protocols and everything. He opted to sit out. He's a legit NFL prospect. He was recruited by Kansas State, played as a true freshman at Kansas State, went back to the home school here at App State where both of his parents are alumni. He is someone who I think is going to have a big breakout year, especially with Chase Bryce throwing him the football. I love him -10, -10.5. If you want to get crazy and play an alt line up to -14, I don't hate that as well.
Oh, alternate lines making an appearance on the very first show. All right. So App State, we love that first play. So we're going to stay in college football. And AB, he got that big old smile on his face. Why? Talk to me.
Yep. So tonight you have the beginning of the Josh Heupel era in Tennessee. You've got Bowling Green at Tennessee in Knoxville. Look, the Vols are about a 35.5 point favorite. That's way too many points. But we're going to play the under in this in 60.5. And here's why. You've got a brand new head coach, a brand new offense, a brand new quarterback in a kid named Joe Milton, who is a transfer out of Michigan. And look, Bowling Green is bad. I'm not going to lie to you. They're a bad team. Tennessee is going to look like they belong in the top 25 because Bowling Green is that porous. But 60.5, that's a lot of points for both sides. If we get to under 40 by halftime, feel fantastic about it. So, yeah, take that game. Bowling Green at Tennessee under 60.5.
You know, just because it's you, I'm not going to get upset because everybody here on the show knows how much I hate unders. But, AB, you're locked and loaded on these totals. I can tell you that much right now. Now, we're going to switch gears very, very quickly, and we're going to go over to baseball. Jay Smooth, you're looking great today. How do your picks look?
Thanks, Coach. Yeah, I got one pick this morning today. I'm going to go with the Boston Red Sox and the Tampa Bay Rays to go over 7.5 today. These teams have been scoring off of each other. If we even exclude that 28-run game that they had, the average score of the last 7 or 8 games have all been around 10 to 11 runs. So I don't think there's going to be much difference today. You know, there is going to be maybe a slight change when you play at the Dome in Tampa, but I still think this one's going to get to 8. We're getting Eduardo Rodriguez today. He did allow about 5 runs to the Rays the last time he pitched in Tampa. So I really think that these offenses are going to be able to do enough today that we get to 8.
All right, remember Thursdays, there's games all the way throughout the day, so make sure you know when your game starts. All right, let's go back to college football. Now, I love doing the ping pong thing. Matty Severance, what do you got for us today, pal?
First of all, I'm expecting Alan to pick the Tennessee game every week. I think his middle name is Summit, actually. But I'm going to go again. I'm going to follow up on Mike on East Carolina Appalachian State. I believe the winner gets a gallon of moonshine. I agree with him on the pick, although I may not enter it on the SportsLine site until it drops to 9.5, just to avoid a backdoor cover. I'm glad he thinks it might drop there. So it has dropped there at FanDuel, but he pretty much stole a lot of my thunder. I like the over. Like he said, the App State offense is loaded. They got all their skill guys back, except, like you said, Chase Bryce will take over for Zach Thomas. East Carolina has been a crappy defensive team since Skip Holtz days. They're going to give up 38, 40 points. That's just who they are. In fact, this is the first time they've had the same defensive coordinator in back-to-back seasons since 2015. That's how bad they're on that side of the ball. They actually have a pretty good offense. They have 10 starters back. So the over is 10-2 in their past 12 as dogs, and I do like the over 55.5 points tonight. My other play is Saturday, Kansas State against Stanford. It's a neutral site game in Dallas, but obviously the fans will be K-State biased. And the 9 a.m. Pacific time kickoff obviously hurts Stanford. They return a Pac-12 low 14 starters. They don't know who their starting quarterback is going to be. They're going to rotate 2 very inexperienced guys. Their best receiver and 2 of their best starting backs, defensive backs, are out due to injury. As it is, the Cardinals are 1-5 their past ATS and their past 6 out of conference. K-State's Skylar Thompson, one of the better dual threat quarterbacks in the country. You might not know too much of him because he plays at K-State, but his 30 starts are top 10 nationally among returning quarterbacks. He's just the second player in school history to throw for 5,000 yards and rush for 1,000. And he's one of 10 offensive starters back. So I like K-State given 2.5 at this neutral site game in Dallas on Saturday.
Yeah, they would have had a much better year last year if he wouldn't have gotten hurt. He's a really good quarterback. A really good quarterback.
Hey, Coach, real quick. I wanted to say I love that Matty Severance's picks have also turned into an open mic night. It's fantastic, man.
I can get my ukulele.
AB, don't ever interrupt me again. Okay. He is our anchor. He always goes last on the show because nobody takes it more seriously than this man. Maestro, what do you got for us today?
All right, we've had some good fortune with these team totals this week. Let's just try one more with the Cleveland Indians over 3.5 runs against the Royals. They've beaten the Royals 10 straight times. They're averaging 6 runs over their last 7 games. They get to face Mike Minor, who has an 8.68 ERA against the Indians this year, and he's also got a 5.22 ERA. In his last 5 starts, he's given up at least 3 runs each time. So, I mean, getting to 4 runs, I really like it tonight. I'm going with the Indians.
Love that play. Real quickly, before I get to the recap, I want to hit on something. Brian Dance in our comment section just said, Matty Severance giving out a play on Saturday. It's Thursday Night Football. Come on, guys. Here's the deal. The show's called The Early Edge for a reason. We try to beat the number. And also, football picks, the number comes out on Monday. So we can give out any picks we want throughout the day. We don't just pick a game because it happens to be on Thursday night. So, Brian, understand the game. We're trying to win. We're not just trying to make picks. All right, off my soapbox. Okay, we're up against it. Grab your paper, grab your pencil. Here is the recap. Oh, AB, he's a dual threat producer talent. Look at that. And he put the Maestro right at the top. Indians over 3.5 team total runs. Then M Squared, he's on Appalachian State, also said he would not hate an alternate line all the way up to 14. Then the Lady Killer, he's on App State over 55.5. Then Kansas State, that game is on Saturday, -2.5. Early start. So make sure you get that play in. Then Jay Smooth is on Red Sox Rays over 7.5. Then AB on the Tennessee under. Let's take it under 60.5. Then our AB3 parlay of the day looks a little something like this. We're going to go App State money line, UCF money line, Red Sox Rays over 7.5. As I said, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Turn on the notifications. Covered, and we are ready. So that only leaves one thing left to do. You've got your marching orders. Let's take all of these tickets straight to the pay window for J Smooth, for M Squared, for AB, for the Lady Killer, and for the Maestro. And AB, our producer who kept it on the rails. I am the coach. This is your daily sports betting show of record. We're here every single day, 365 days a year. There's no reason to go anywhere else. Let's get it. This is the Early Edge. Good luck. Do you want best bets in your feed every single day? All you have to do is hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with all things Early Edge.